It's me, Santa Palsy. I hope you had a lovely, lovely Christmas. I'm back again, even though I don't have enough fans to start a rumor. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but lacking motivation and different things in the house isn't empty enough, and I don't want anybody to hear this before it goes up because it's embarrassing. My production values are grade A, as you can see. I just wanted to go over some memories. Kind of happy, kind of sad, a little mix. So just about probably 6, 7 weeks ago now, I went to the foot doctor, and my regular doctor was in Pakistan for a family wedding, and stupid me was like, because she has two little girls, like one just turned 2, and I think one is like under 8, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but both one's like school age, and I'm like, is one of your girls gonna be the flower girl? And they're like, they don't have that in Pakistan. Like, I had no idea. Like, sometimes I'm just a dumb American. I don't know. Anyway, but so I had a different doctor, right? And so I go in there, and I'm convinced because I'm the youngest one in there by I don't know, probably 20 years, I'd say. And I always feel I'm going on the audition to be the next dead body in the Weekend at Bernie's reboot when you look at these people. But anyway, a different person came in that was like a nurse practitioner who I've never seen before. So I've never seen this lady before, and I'm waiting they have, young nursing assistants or whatever they are. I don't know what the proper term is. They unwrap my feet to look at my wounds, and the lady comes in again, never seen her before, and she starts screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" And I'm in a panic because I don't know, am I gushing blood and I don't realize it? Are we under attack? What's happening? Because I literally, the only thing from my perspective that has changed in the room is her presence. And I go, "Why are you screaming?" And she goes, "You're falling." And I go, "Oh, no, I always sit like that." Anyway, and that lady put a dentist tool and iodine. It looks like the metal thing they pick your teeth with. She put it on my wound to I guess poke at it and regenerate the healing or whatever, and then rubbed iodine. So I was not a happy person. First of all, I was just annoyed by the screaming of, "Oh!" And so one of the nurses gave me a little bit after Halloween, I think. So God, I realize it's been way longer than I thought now. But she gave me a Reese's peanut butter cup and a Reese's peanut butter and jelly peanut butter cup, and I was eating it, while the doctor was still in there, and she was bitching at me for eating that. And I'm like, oh man, this lady screams, gets me all worked up, and anyway, so then the next, about a week later, unfortunately, an uncle by marriage that I really, really love a lot, it was in hospice care, and I just didn't realize how bad it was. So we went to visit him, and I thought he had more time left. I don't know why I was thinking that. And we were visiting him. He's actually my sister, who's 9 years younger than me. It's her godfather, and me and him have had a lot of fun together over the years. He's helped me out a lot, being an emergency caregiver, driving me to bachelor parties, taking me to trivia, being a big part of my trivia team. And anyway, so yeah, I lost my train of thought because I just got sad there for a second. But he drove me all the way to Texas to go to a childhood friend's wedding. Him and my grandfather, and that radiator was smoking. We had to have a gallon jug and dump it in the radiator, keep it from smoking. And then when we finally got to Killeen, Texas from the DC area, my buddy, who also is disabled with cerebral palsy, but he walks like Pinocchio, Like, they stopped at two houses I couldn't get in, and then said, "Oh, we changed our mind. We're not going to the bar. See you tomorrow." So like we came all the way to Texas, and we didn't even get to hang out. I was kind of disappointed. But yeah, David and my grandfather drove me all the way there, and yeah, he once during a power outage, I like water doesn't work at my house, so I was over there. I think it was like late summer. I was like, yeah, man. He wanted to like go to a bar or like play trivia or do something, get out of the house, and I'm like, dude, I don't go anywhere if I don't shower. So he like went in the shed. He got this like Dyson type stuff. He wrapped it all around like my joystick and all the like power things, and was like, and then like hit me with the hose so like we could go out. Um, yeah, like this one time he was trying to fix the motor on my chair, and and he was just fiddling with it all day, like we're BSing, whatever. And like a telemarketer called, and I just was messing with them. I was like, I'll take a pizza, two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. And like about an hour later, my uncle goes, I gotta get out of here and get some food. I don't think that bloody pizza's ever coming. And he drove me to another bachelor party with my good friend from high school, and he's like, "This bloody strip club is terrible, man. The girls come out bloody naked. I'm not a bloody gynecologist. Why is she putting that right in my face? It's called a bloody strip tease." And with COVID, he was like helping me, and every day he's a pretty hardcore Republican. He actually finally, I had no idea until I was 20 years old. I've known him since I was 9. I had no idea, because he has 3 American children, that he wasn't an American citizen until 9/11, when he said he got laid off and he was having trouble finding a job because he's not a citizen. But he became a citizen when Trump became president. Anyway, during COVID, he would come in my room and help me up and get ready. And then he'd be like, man, they're just making up this bloody COVID thing, to try to elect Biden. And, like, I, wouldn't get him too fired up. So, like, a week, probably a week or two went by, and I was hanging out with an old caregiver who needed some money. I didn't really have a full-time caregiver, so we were working out a deal. And then 3 days later, she gets diagnosed with COVID. And, like, she grabbed my lunch for me, like, showed me get dressed that day. And so, like, there was no way that I wasn't exposed, right? So I was like, David, like, don't come for the next week, because I was exposed and I don't want to hurt anybody. And I was really upset because I'd already been to my nephew's first birthday. And, all my living grandparents were there, so I could have exposed them. And so I said, yeah, David, don't worry about coming because I don't want to infect you, right? So then I go to get the test, and they stick, like, the thing up my nose or whatever. I don't have it, which leads me to believe that a few months earlier, I was in the hospital for what they thought was pneumonia, and they said, you're passing the pneumonia test. So I wonder if I had COVID then and they just didn't know it yet. But, so anyway, I called David and I'm like, hey, David, you can come. We can have pizza together tomorrow. Like, I don't have COVID. Now, keep in mind, every single day for 2 weeks, he was like, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. I'm like, hey, I don't have COVID. I'm safe. I'm so happy, I don't have to worry about accidentally infecting people. And he's like, where did you get a test done? And I'm like, I don't know, Warrington something or other. He's like, what kind of fly-by-night operation do we have? Like, how come you didn't get it if your caregiver had it? Like, how do we know it was a legitimate test? How do we know you won't give it to me? So the whole time he was like, fake, 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 fake. But then as soon as he was potentially exposed, he like freaked out. I called Sally, who I call my kind of sort of cousin. Well, I told her the whole story, and she's like, yep, that sounds like my dad. Anyway, I love the guy. Sometimes we would have political debates, And but I love him. My life was better with him in it. Um, you know, he'll be missed. Like that same motor story, like he couldn't fix it, so we ordered a motor and it came from Ohio and it was gonna come to my house, and UPS refused to deliver it because there was snow that day. So keep in mind the brake on my motor is broken, so like I probably shouldn't be in the car because I'm just moving all around back there like a pinball basically. David found all these like dog leashes and like these big clips, and he like tied me down so hopefully I wouldn't move. And he was driving the big ass van, and as we passed, he's screaming at the FedEx driver like, "I'm bloody taking him out, and you won't turn down his road." Anyway, like I just love the man, and I'm sad that I feel like 74, cut a little bit short. Sorry, I'm talking about a on what's supposed to be a comedy video-ish, like talking about my uncle. Who knows? Nobody watches me anyway. The only people that watch me are accidental ASMR people, or whatever it's called. I feel like I wanted to discuss more things, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do another video. Anyway, disabled Santa Palsy signing off.